Welcome everyone on a perfect night for football with the floodlights beaming down. I'm Derek Ray at the microphone, and joining me for match commentary is Stuart Robson. And if this game lives up to its billing, we're in for a riveting occasion. It is Rennes, and they take on Fenerbahce.
Well, Derek, when looking forward to this game, you can't help but notice there are some great matchups all over the pitch, particularly in those central areas. Whichever team wins more of those battles will win the game.
Merci, bon match à toutes et à tous.
And now they get the ball rolling. Batshuayi, back to King. Well, he stopped them just when they looked menacing. The attack continues, they're making considerable progress. And reading it absolutely superbly. Bodo. Perez. It's with Batshuayi. Lost possession. Terrier. And play halted, free kick given. Well, the keeper had plenty to think about with bodies around him. Mert Hakan Yandash. Couldn't keep the ball. Batshuayi. Dangerous looking attack. An early goal. It is the ideal opening.
Well, here it is again. The through ball is absolutely inch perfect, while the movement in the box is equal to it. It's such good timing. What a goal.
Well, the ball is moving once more. How important will that opening goal prove to be? Well, that's how to dispossess your opponent. And teammates around him. The cross is on. It's got to be. And he's missed it. Good heavens.
Well, that's a big miss. That should have been the equaliser.
In the right place to cut out the pass. And what can they do to stop him running at them? Offside, a tight one. Mert Hakan Yandash. Well, the outcome is a free kick here. Well, they've given him too much space. Terrier. A super tackle and they've won possession. Batshuayi. Oh, that's an interesting pass. Surely! No hiding from the fact that they really should have extended their lead.
Well, that was a poor miss. Could they come to regret that?
Oh, goodness, what's the keeper doing? And a fine stop to turn the ball away.
Well, I still can't believe that didn't go in, Derek. What an incredible save.
This is looking threatening. And a chance to level it. Excellent block. Perez. Batshuayi. And they have possession again. Useful looking ball. Well, the keeper had a lot of ground to cover. Splendid save. Well, opting for the short corner. That's well blocked. Doesn't want to give it away here. And players waiting in the centre. Batshuayi! And there it is! A two-goal cushion now. And they just need to keep the concentration.
Well, let's take another look. If you lose the ball in those areas, you're going to get punished. And that's exactly what happened there.
So underway once more, 2-0 the lead here. Well, on you go, says the referee. Advantage.
Well, as we've seen, it's been all Fenerbahce in terms of possession. Yes, they've played well when going forward, but it's been their ability to regain the ball which has made them so hard to play against here, and it makes them such a good team. It's been a brilliant performance so far.
Yes, who knows, maybe another opportunity in the works for them. Well, keeper getting both gloves on the ball. Lincoln. Well, no stopping him. And a chance to whip it in here. And making sure nothing untoward happened following the cross. Danger averted for now, but they have a corner to defend. Well, the referee took note of the earlier incident and now issues the yellow card. Short corner favoured. Targets available, cross comes in. Well, able to close down the shot. Terrier. Really good challenge. Batshuayi. Luan Perez. Moving it forward. Well, he was in the right place to intercept. This might be the perfect counter-attacking opportunity. But after that fantastic effort, it's gone out for a throw-in. He has teammates around him. Well, didn't go to plan in the end. Batshuayi. Yandash. King. Body on the line. In position. Player in the way again. Has a go. And doing all he can to grab his second of the game.
Well, he's been a real live wire today. A constant threat to this back line.
Well, they fancy a short one. Straightforward piece of goalkeeping. Lovro Mayer. This might be ideal for the counter. Oh, and a perfect ball now. How about this? Goalkeeper in charge of the situation.
Well, could this be the turning point? The fans are certainly hoping so.
Well, the short corner routine. Oh, he's left his marker for dead. That really would have changed the equation had it gone in, Stuart.
Well, he needed to score there. That may just have given them some hope.
Joshua King. Good tackle taken away. Now options are plenty. Useful looking ball. Oh, a smart stop. Keen to take it short here. Sulemana. Terrier. Determined defending. Now this could really lift spirits. Couldn't beat the keeper, unfortunately for him.
Well, I think that's a bad miss. He just never looked convincing as he went through there.
Oh, the keeper needed to do an awful lot better. Well, they really were dicing with a lot of danger.
Well, he's made up for his mistake, but he got lucky there, that's for sure.
Joe Rodon. Lovro Mayer. It's with Martin Terrier. Can he get one back? And with that, the first half draws to a close. Well, an honest assessment, Stuart, would be that he hasn't really been on top of his game in attack.
Well, as you can see, he just hasn't had enough touches in the key areas, and that's one of the reasons they're losing this game at the moment.
And the contest begins. Batshuayi. An early goal. It is the ideal opening. It's got to be. And he's missed it. Good heavens.
Well, that's a big miss. That should have been the equaliser.
Useful looking ball. Well, the keeper had a lot of ground to cover. Splendid save. Doesn't want to give it away here. And players waiting in the centre. Batshuayi. And there it is! A two-goal cushion now. And they just need to keep the concentration. Player in the way again. Has a go. And doing all he can to grab his second of the game.
Well, he's been a real live wire today. A constant threat to this back line.
Useful looking ball. Oh, a smart stop. Terrier. Determined defending. Couldn't beat the keeper, unfortunately for him.
Well, I think that's a bad miss. He just never looked convincing as he went.
So back underway here into the second half. Room to manoeuvre on the wing. And he's got the beating of his opponent. Well, in there to tidy up. Joshua King. And very deftly cut out. And a chance for him on the flank. And played in. Well, a piece of quick thinking by the keeper.
Well, that's great goalkeeping. He read it so well, didn't he?
Amin Gouiri. Lovro Mayer. Well, denied by the keeper, but really he only has himself to blame. Batshuayi. Mihad Zaitz. Batshuayi. And a decent save, full credit. Kamaldeen Sulemana. It's with Martin Terrier. And slipped through beautifully. Must be! Not an attempt that will live long in the memory.
Well, what a waste that is. It's far too easy for the keeper.
Traore. Excellent assessment of the situation at the back. Joshua King. Can they hit on the break? Irfan Can Kavici. King. A good and fair challenge. A really sumptuous ball. Well, no way through.
Vous voulez travailler au stade des jours de match? C'est possible. Consultez la rubrique emploi de notre site internet.
30 minutes to go then.
Pour connaître la marche à suivre. Merci.
Deserves credit for winning the ball back. That's really good and effective physical play. An incisive pass. He's in position. No way through. Substitution then. Let's see how it affects the match. Playing it in. Not away completely. Really important piece of last-ditch defending. Real chance. He's gone and missed that gilt-edged opportunity.
Well, sometimes in these 1v1 scenarios, you have too much time to think about it. He should do better for me, though.
Losing possession. He takes aim. Oh, fine stop. And Fenerbahce come away with it. Mihad Zaitz. That's the kind of shielding play you expect from him. Pressing high to win the ball. Can they do something positive on the counter-attack? Amin Gouiri. And it's gone behind for the corner. And the short option preferred. And a fine tackle. Bright Osai Samuel. Now can they counter clinically? Well, it fizzled out. Amin Gouiri. Oh, that pass easy on the eye. It's still alive. He'll be breathing a sigh of relief. Ball one.
Well, what a magnificent save that was. It really was top-class goalkeeping.
Well, on the back of that breathtaking piece of goalkeeping, can they keep the ball and create? They've given it away. Well, we're inside the final quarter of an hour now. Well, really intense pressure applied. So deciding to make a personnel change at this juncture. Bright Osai Samuel. Joshua King. Very alert defending to cut off the supply. Terrier. Counter-attacking, very much an option. King. It's with Joao Pedro. Mihad Zaitz. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out. And room now out on the wing. Decent position. And he didn't hesitate. Good thing too.
Well, he's so quick off his line. That's great goalkeeping, you have to say.
And using his strength to shield the ball. Terrier. On the ball, Maier. He has teammates around him. Bright Osai Samuel. Well, for more on the injury, let's go down to our reporter, Jeff Shreves.
Oh, horrible injury to his shoulder there. Landed right on top of it. Sore, but he's tough, and I think he'll carry on.
Cheers, Jeff. And it's a quality pass. Well, it wasn't a taxing save. Well, strong play here. Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break. And just like that, the counter-attack comes to an end. Mihad Zaitz. And he might be through here. And tremendous goalkeeping.
Well, he just made it so difficult for the striker. His presence alone just caused him a problem.
Substitution then. Let's see how it affects the match. Elects to go short. It might end up being a genuine chance. And the keeper's hand does the trick. And out of play for a Fenerbahce throw. Well, very effective play in possession. Oh, could be. Well, only just wide of the post. Two minutes of stoppage time coming up. King. And a promising looking attack, but comes to nothing in the end. Amin Gouiri. Good strength to keep the ball. Gouiri in possession. Terrier. And there goes the final whistle, much to the disappointment of their supporters.
You're absolutely right, Derek. They really struggled to get to grips with the game. They always seem second to the ball, and then just a few mistakes at the back, and it's cost them. Poor performance all round.
Well, he often cuts the figure of a thinking person's footballer. And Stuart, he's thought his way throughout this match.
Well, of course, his finishing could have been better today, but he scored one and made a lot of chances for himself. I thought he was outstanding.
Useful looking ball. Well, the keeper had a lot of ground to cover. Splendid save. Doesn't want to give it away here. And players waiting in the centre. Batshuayi! And there it is! A two-goal cushion now. And they just need to keep the concentration. Player in the way again. Has a go! And doing all he can to grab his second of the game.
Well, he's been a real live wire today. A constant threat to this back line.
Useful looking ball. Oh, a smart stop. And tremendous goalkeeping.
Well, he just made it so difficult for the striker.
Well, very effective play in possession. Well, only just wide of the post.